Hey guys, welcome back to AFOLs Only. I'm your host Jeremy with
Austin.
and we got a lot of exciting news coming through the pipeline with LEGO. What do you think, Austin?
We've gotten surprisingly a lot of images and leaks leading up to the January release, and a little bit of bad news coming from the May release, though. So we'll get back into that later. First, let's look at what we actually know is coming. We have what the January sets were going to be was the big one was the Arc 170, and then Home One, Acclimator, which I was super excited about, and Ahsoka's ship, and then I forgot that we had the Pram, the Grogu and Pram set coming out, which we have images now about it.
Yeah, I'm actually excited about a lot of these. They seem really cool. I mean, everybody can always debate a price point for all of this junk. I'm tired of hearing about price per piece, price per minifig, blah, 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 blah. We get it. Lego's overcharging, blah, 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 whatever. Put the price aside. What are we getting? And what is like a big want coming out of this new wave coming out in January?
Like, putting price aside, all these sets are pretty cool. If you didn't get the child buildable figure, like the taller statue, this is probably the next best guess. The Grogu and Pram. So throughout the entire series, he's floating around in his little baby carriage thing, and I think this is honestly really cool. I was curious how they were going to do it because it had a few less pieces than the actual statue, but he looks a lot better. The last one was kind of creepy. This one looks kind of cute.
This one kind of looks like a little gremlin vibe on it, and I kind of like it. This one does look cute versus the big one that kind of looked creepy, like Yoda on whatever he was on.
Yoda was on ketamine there. You've seen shit I have.
Yeah, but like this one, so this one looks really good. It gives you like a little frog and the pram or whatever it is.
Oh, I didn't even see the frog.
Yeah, he's holding a frog. He has a couple little accessories. And it comes with a little mini Grogu, coming standard with now these buildable characters or buildable statue sets or whatever. He has a little version of himself that we all have by now, but it looks really good. And honestly, I might grab this one versus all the other big sets, just because it looks like a good display set. Like
the Pram is pretty cool. It's like it looks pretty good,
and it fits him in there. So
it does. That's the best part. I think because you don't really see Grogu without the Pram majority of the show, seeing like this is probably the best option and all that. I didn't even notice like he has a little ball, like little shift knob. Then he has the blue macaroons. I think he eats in the show, and then
throws up on himself.
Yeah, he throws up on himself in the frog. And he's got a plaque, and I always like these plaques because they usually just tell you where the manufacturer is. But I can't see any details on that.
No, that's good though. I'm actually my biggest excitement for is going to be the Arc 170. You know how I feel about them. It's my favorite starfighter.
I'm really excited for it. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a picture yet.
I know.
But I guarantee within a week or so, either we're going to, somebody's going to release a picture, a blurry picture, whatever, or LEGO is going to have, announced all these sets.
Yeah. They're already talking about it. It's going to be a smaller play set. I mean, clearly the piece count versus the older ones. They say it's a lot smaller. In my opinion, it might be better. I mean, the overextended old ones, they're long, right? And that causes issues with those brick red pieces. Mm-hmm. Even mine, the one that I had that I got rid of, was cracking everywhere on the brick reds. And I get it. It happens. I mean, you can do this one all white and put stickers on it, or maybe you print it, but we'll see with that $70 price point or $69.99 price point. Apparently it has Clone Pilot minifigs and a droid. But we'll see when it actually does come out, because it's still the news about it is still is the only one.
It's all hearsay.
Yeah, all that one is a lot of people saying I got eyes on it, but where's your picture? And I get it.
From what I heard, it's we're not getting any Jedi with it. We're getting one standard Clone Pilot, and then we're getting Captain Jag and what was the other Oddball?
We better get all just straight what I'm saying, all pilot up clones.
Yeah, they're gonna.
They better not give me a phase 2 and go. He can also act as the pilot and the commander.
Yeah, the commander. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I won't be mad if they throw in the lieutenant or captain clones, phase 1 clones.
Phase 1, yeah. But this would all have to be phase 2 to make canonical sense when these came out. But does Lego care about canon? Who knows?
I'm curious because the wings open up like an X-wing, so I'm curious the mechanism they're going to use for that.
I hope they use the same mechanism they did for the X-wing recently. Where
you just press it down.
You press it down, and you can push it back. That's great.
Yeah,
I like that one.
I think that's really good. I'm not going to lie, my favorite one so far has been the Rise of Skywalker X-wing, when you pull the lever and they all went up, and then you'd flick the lever and they'd all go back.
Oh yeah.
I do feel like it was overly complicated, but it was more satisfying. But this one is nice. That's the one thing I'm looking for. I'm hoping for the printed jets, because over the last, like, every single ARC 170 except for the original one never had like printed jets. So I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do for that. But it's also it's not $100-something for a fighter. It's $70, which it's a big fighter, but it's a 3-seater. So I'm probably gonna pick up 3 of these and just rearrange the clones so they're all like different.
Yeah, that's what I would do that too. Have different squadrons of them. But definitely this is gonna be a good pickup for me. Back with the ARC 170. Now I can finally get my Republic like Starfighter core back up and running, because now it's just been Jedi Interceptors. I mean, we haven't got a V-19 or anything like that.
I think they really need to remake the V-19. I think within the next 2 years they should at least throw one V-19 out.
Something, man. Give us something to eat off of that. But speaking of Starfighters, another exciting set coming out is that Ahsoka Jedi Interceptor. And I love it because finally a more accurate Ahsoka. Like,
it is it's a kid Ahsoka. And it is perfect. She's got movable legs. She's got, the green lightsabers. We're back to that realm. And you know what? Her printing is amazing. And I'm not going to lie. I really like the fighter. I think it looks good.
Yeah, it's in a different color. I mean, even if it was like the Obi-Wan one, it's still different. Like, you could tell the difference on it.
But it's also got a different... they've had the same cockpit piece since like 2005 or whatever. And now they finally changed it. It's a different cockpit piece.
I do like the stickers on it too, because actually gives the design on the outside versus like how I had my Anakin Interceptor one, the like S-foils on backwards. Yeah, it looked better like that. But this one makes it's all designed. Even though I don't think she even had one of these in the show. I never.
She did for I think it was one episode.
She had the Delta 7 or whatever.
She had a Delta 7,
and that one got or she never used it after that one episode where she was in charge of a squadron for no reason.
She had that, but this and her Delta 7 and this all have the same paint job, and it's like I think it's one episode. Because she saves Anakin from buzz droids, because Anakin always mess around with buzz droids.
But it's good that we get an Anakin in the set. We haven't really got an updated Anakin in a little bit. I mean, he looks a lot better. He looks Clone Wars-esque. I mean, I do like the color scheme. I do like it a lot. But finally, it's an updated Anakin. This isn't.
I like how he has an angry face, but he's not a Sith Lord.
Yeah, finally, right? Like every time you got an Anakin, his other face was Sith eyes, or his suit was damaged.
Yeah,
like he was on a freaking Mustafar.
This is a whole new print. It's more brown than it used to be, because they used to be just printed on like black.
Yeah.
So it's a different Anakin. Is it the armored Anakin from the Clone Wars? No, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I do like this one. I think this one fits very well.
It does. I think for this time frame, this looks like a good Anakin at this point, because we're probably never going to get a blue armored Anakin or blue and maroon armored Anakin. We're never going to get that.
Unfortunately, I don't believe we are.
But this is the next best thing we are. And instead of getting Anakin almost all black all the time, we're finally getting some more color Anakin.
Yeah, he looks a little better.
And the droid, I mean, her astromech, I don't know if it's R7 or whatever her name was.
Should say the name. R7A7.
Yeah. The R7A7 looks really good.
I like colorful droids, and
it just fits.
I think it looks very good. I like it. It's very colorful. It's very unique. It fits the dynamic of her ship, because her ship is white and maroon. The droid is white and maroon, and Ahsoka's lightsabers are green, and he has green accent. So I think he fits perfectly with that.
I love that set. Maybe day one purchase, maybe not. I mean, the $44 price point.
If we're going back to price, then it's definitely not a day one purchase for me. That seems, it's like, considering what's it called? Obi-Wan's fighter was only a couple pieces less, and it was $30, and you got 3 figures, including a figure that they never made before.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand they're doing a new cockpit piece, so I would have said $40 maybe, but it feels like it's a little bit expensive.
Well,
I honestly wait like a couple months until it's on sale.
Well, you're just not understanding that those short legs actually cost more than the normal size legs, so that's where the extra $4.
It's less material.
No, it costs more.
It costs more. Okay, it costs more because it's newer. Another thing we have. This is the one I'm waiting for. Is I've become a real fan of these capital ship builds, and the acclimator is out. We have pictures of that, and it looks great. It looks better than I thought it was going to look. This is one of my favorite ships in Star Wars, just because ever since Attack of the Clones, it's just been... I've just gawked at this thing, and it looks great. It has the half circles, that's Obi-Wan's fleet, I believe. Like he has that's the mark of his fleet typically, that he splits with Anakin, and then they have the maroon lining. But even then, like, it's not a lot. So if you wanted to have like a traditional Episode 2 acclimator, it's maybe 10 pieces you got to swap out.
Yeah.
So I do really like that.
No, it's very good. It's very good scale. Would scale great with the Venator, but if you don't have the money for the Venator, good luck.
I don't think that's accurate size though.
It'd look great. Yeah, these would be about. They need to be about half the size of the Venator, maybe a little bit less. But it's not as bulky. But it'll look good to have all of them in a room together, make a little fleet out of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Venator is a big capital ship. But again, these mini scales, if you're willing to drop the $50-$60 price range for them, they look really good. I love the Acclimator. It's the original Clone Wars ship, or original clone ship that they had before the Venators came into service. So, I mean, I enjoy it when it comes out. My only thing is, like, again, I wish these mini scales would come with at least one figure or something else than just the ship. I wish, like, same thing with the helmets. I wish they would have come out with the figure with the helmet, because it's like, well...
I feel like that would have like an idea in hindsight, but once you put it
in production, you can't go back and do it.
Lego's not very accurate, but they're very consistent.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna do a mistake on it, they're gonna continue to do the mistake. So I think maybe that was like a hindsight thing, like we didn't put a figure with them, and now that people wish they had figures, they could have easily done it. Like we could have had a proper face to Commander Cody with the helmet. Like more movie accurate one, not like the Clone Wars stylized, but like, have the proper face. And I think they just were like, if we do that, then we kind of have to go back on what we did.
It just would have been perfect for some of these ships too, to go ahead and do certain characters that aren't going to be in sets. Like this is how you introduce characters that you can't put in a normal set, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that you're making us pay that price point anyways. Like for the Venator, you could have given us like a clone naval officer or something like that. That would have been perfect for it. Or maybe another Admiral Yularen, since you can't really get him on, unless you buy him in the Venator set.
No, he'll be out in some other set eventually.
Hopefully. But staying on capital ships, we got the Home 1 Star Cruiser coming out too, the midi scale.
I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. Is that supposed to be a Nebulon?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a Nebulon B.
Alright, so I wanted the Nebulon when it was like the Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah.
And Amazon screwed me over on that one. They canceled my order. So, like, I'm probably going to get it. I'm not a fan of it. I think it could have been a lot more curvier. Because it's a Mon Calamari ship, and they're meant to be the cities. And then they modified them into spaceships or whatever. I'm not 100% set on that one.
It's very rounded. I like it. But man, if you're making big capital ships like this, again, why didn't the Venator get a mini scale too? Like that's what I would want. So you can. I want a Star Destroyer in this size too, so I can make a couple.
Star Destroyer would be really nice.
Like I understand we got like big capital ships, and we're not doing the Executor or something like that. I think this would be a nice little set to pair with some other ones if you had the Venators and. I think the Providence class is even one of them now. The Separatist Providence, or Invisible Hand at least, is a Providence class cruiser. So, but I mean, so I think this is a really good one. The Nebulon B is a nice. I love it when they put little ships around them. Just gives it like the size comparison.
It is very good.
I like that idea. The Nebulon or the Nebulon B looks really good. Little small scale to the Home 1 looks good. I'm not a big Rebels guy or a big Rebels fan because they're kind of,
I think that's where I'm at because I'm very biased against the Rebels.
Yeah, I am too. But I mean, it looks good. I love how it has like the blue on it for like the hangar bays and stuff like that.
It does look look cool.
I like that idea a lot. But again, if you threw an Admiral Akbar on here, since we were getting Akbar troopers, throwing an Admiral Akbar in here, I'd have been fine. I think
that would have been easy for them to do.
For me, it'd be more viable because I want to put like that on display with the minifig to go with it. That's just me, and that would make it more tantalizing for me to buy. Maybe I might get this. Like again, I found the Executor on the marketplace for like $30, and I picked it up 100%.
I think honestly, if this is your thing, like if you're you don't really see about buying the UCS sets and how big they are. This is the next best thing. And honestly, I'm going to get this. I'm going to. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to pay full price for it because it's one of those ships. It's like a backwater ship. I don't really care for it. I'm not buying the Millennium Falcon because I want to kind of leave these for like frigates and capital ships.
Yeah, I feel you.
So I just don't have a real, like, it's not going to be a day one purchase for me, that's for sure.
I know one of the other ones that we have on our list right now is the 4+ set for the N1 Starfighter. Again, what do you expect out of 4+ set? Easy to build, good way to get minifigs.
But the one thing I do like about it is it comes with the droid, and that's the droid from A New Hope.
Yeah, the one with the bad motivator.
Yeah, and I'm like, I kind of want them to have printed that a little bit on the back of them, because you never see the print like of the back of. I just hope there's like that little detail that, you know, it's a bad motivator, like he has a little spot like he does in the show.
Yeah, technically he's actually like a rebel spy, and he's been really good at his job, and he's undercover, and like there's a whole lore behind him apparently, which is pretty funny. But it's a good way to get the R7 unit, get a Mando fig and Grogu, but at $30 again, when it goes on sale, it'll be a little bit better to grab those guys.
It's got really big pieces, so it's like that's the big thing about like why the prices are so high on these like 4+ sets. But I'm like, there's still 4+ sets. Like, I don't really think we should be gouging parents out of these things.
Yeah, these sets should be like $10-15.
At that point, if this is what I keep saying is like, honestly, you might as well just make it Duplo if it's going to be at this price point with that piece count. 92 pieces for $30 is a bit of a ripoff.
Well, it's because you're getting the Darksaber.
It's barely. I mean, it's. Give me a second. Okay. But no, I think this. I like, the only thing is I'm probably gonna just buy the droid secondhand.
Yeah, if you can get them for cheap, I would too.
But other like that, the only one we don't have pictures of is of course the ARC 170. That one is probably my most anticipated, and like I said, I give it a week before we have any.
Maybe we should have waited to release this so we have pictures
probably,
of it. But by then, who knows, man? I mean, I think irregardless to get the clone pilots would be probably even if the build is that bad, getting those clone pilots would be cool because we haven't had any clone pilots in that style since the last ARC 170, maybe a V-wing at that point.
It's been a very, I think like the Imperial V-wings the last time we had that particular helmet mold for that, and it's definitely something that's been, you know, it's one of the few clones that haven't been around. I like the plane clones and pilot clones from episode 3 are the only ones that I haven't seen forever. So it's like they really need to be, like, we need to get them, and I hope that LEGO is like not like half-assed it on this one. And moving on to the summer release, there's a little bit of bad news because we talked about, I think last time, how Plo Koon was supposed to have a starfighter, and it was supposed to pair really well with the ARC 170 because it's the same captain that shoots down Plo Koon in episode 3. Apparently, it's going to be a microfighter, which is kind of it's good. We're going to get a the minifigure still, but still, like, I'm kind of upset because I was really looking forward to getting another Delta 7.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we are going to get a microfighter is the big rumor yet to be confirmed by official sources. It sucks. I mean, getting a Plo Koon figure won't suck. I mean, maybe it's a little bit, maybe it's different. Maybe it's updated. I would like that. Give him a hood. I don't know, a robe or something.
If it's like, I'm hoping the head is better, and usually when they put him in a microfighter, he's going to be in another set.
Yeah, usually it's going to happen. So I think maybe we'll get Wolfpack later. I mean, they've been doing a lot of phase 2s, so everybody keep your heads up. Maybe we'll get Wolfpack. From
some of the discussions I've heard, somebody has said that there is going to be another major named clone commander that is going to be released soon. So that's a possibility that Plo Koon and Commander Wolf will be.
They've been hitting some of the clone commanders. I mean, we got Rex.
We got Rex. Fox, we got Fox,
we got
Cody.
We're gonna start hitting. I bet you we're gonna get another Gree eventually.
We're gonna get another updated Gree, and then we're gonna get Wolf is probably like it, even in that Lego Castaways thing. Yeah, they had Plo Koon, or not they had Plo Koon on there, but they also had Commander Wolf. So odds are we're gonna get both of them in a set. I'm not sure what set. Hopefully it's a Republic ship that we haven't gotten, or it's a Republic ship that...
Shoot, they'll make another gunship, but they'll make it Wolfpack gunship.
I will 100% love a
Wolfpack. The Plo's boys, the one
I will, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Redo the sticker on it.
Unless it's just going to be like that one scene when they're in a skate pod.
Oh, that'd be a pretty good little thing, too.
It would be, but...
include a lot of clones in it, and a lot of droids, but they'll probably skip out on that anyway.
But also, those wolves are... That was when the Wolfpack used maroon, not gray.
Those before. That's the reason why they end up wearing gray.
Yeah.
But I know also there is a mech coming out. I think a rumor going around, again, yet to be 100% confirmed, is going to be a Maul mech.
I like that. It makes me want to get the Darth Vader mech, because then you can make him fight.
Yeah, I do. I'm a sucker kind of for the mechs. Again, you get a set and you get a minifig.
I
kind of like it.
The mechs have completely grown. I mean, I thought they were stupid. Like, I look around, I look at them, I'm like, who's going to buy this? And now I'm looking at them like, I'd buy this. Because I got the the Boba Fett one, because I wanted the figure. But now I see me more leaving him on display and me keeping him in the mech and be like, yo, this is actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I do like the Boba Fett mech. It's really good. The Vader mech looks decent. The Stormtrooper one is like, all right, cool, Stormtrooper one.
I feel like that's the one that's like kind of falls off, because I feel like, why would a Stormtrooper have a mech?
That's true. Like he's not that important to have one. The Luke Skywalker one, X-Wing one, is hilarious because it reminds me of Gundam so much. Like like Optimus when he gets upgraded with his kit. That's what it reminds me of, and so I like that one. I need to pick them up, but getting a Maul one would be pretty cool. I mean, shoot, and then maybe this is a cheaper way to get certain figures that are in higher price sets, which is kind of what they're doing.
I mean, even right
you're
now,
not army building with these. There's no way you're paying $15 just for one figure.
That's why I'm like, they should be more named characters and all that. Like, I mean, even right now, I think the Stormtrooper one is like $10 on Amazon right now. So it's like, they should be a good way. I kind of want to see more, but I want them to do characters that normally they wouldn't do, but I think it'd be kind of fun to throw them in the mix.
Yeah,
like,
instead of giving me Microfighter, you should give me Plo Koon and a Mega. It'd be hilarious.
That would have been such a curveball that I would have loved it. Like, I wouldn't have cared if it was a Microfighter. I would have rather it been a mech.
Yeah, that's not bad. I know also the rumor for another June set is going to be a Night Trooper battle pack. I kind of like that idea.
I love it.
Because we haven't really got that many Night Troopers, but also you can't do them wrong. I want them to be like actually battle, more destroy than because what we're getting is a cheap print on them, maybe.
Yeah.
That's even if they don't do the helmet right. Like maybe the body, but the helmet usually isn't tampered with too much.
So I'm hoping that two of them are going to look exactly alike. If they repeat the battle pack thing, two of them always look exactly the same. One of them's going to look slightly different. I think Captain Enoch is in one.
See, but you can't. I hate when they put name characters.
That's I know, but it's like they're gonna have one, and then I think there's gonna be a Death Trooper, which will be really cool when he's all like zombified.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I have issues with Ahsoka, but the Death Troopers was one of the coolest bits of the whole show. I read the book when that first came out of Death Troopers. Seeing them actually in live action is one of the coolest things.
Yeah, there's always like a 6', freaking 7 dude in a costume. It's intimidating as hell.
Yeah, and it's like it's better because the only way we can get a Death Troop currently is through the one other set where you get Thrawn, you get Ahsoka, and what's the one girl's name?
Oh, the
Night Witch lady.
Morgan Elsbeth.
There we go, Morgan Elsbeth. And you get one clone Night Trooper, which the picture they use, he's on the right side, and you don't get any of the detail in the picture. That's why I really originally hated it, until I saw like, oh, all the details on the left side, or vice versa. But we're also a big thing we're getting is I guess the new character encyclopedia is getting a new figure, and it's going to be Eternal Emperor Palpatine or whatever. It's
where he's wearing his red Sith robes.
I'm gonna get that figure.
And just go to Costco and take it out of the freaking.
Oh god, dude, you know how upsetting that is sometimes? I go there and I'm like, oh, they have it, and I go and look and they're all just stolen.
Yeah, that's why I can't even get like any of the Ninjago ones because they're all gone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to order that on Amazon when it gets put out. But I like the figure. I think it actually looks really cool. It's going to be a more... It's different, like, because, normally you just get Emperor Palpatine just in a black robe and all that. And this one adds a little more color. And I'm probably going to have him sitting in my throne room rather than the regular one.
Bigger throne.
He just looks cooler. I think he looks great.
Or he goes with your First Order.
He does go with the First Order. Like, I still have Sith Trooper battle packs I haven't opened. So he would go really well with those.
Yeah, that's true. That's good. Which that one kind of sucked because it gave you 2 jet troopers.
It did.
And one officer and then one
Sith trooper.
One Sith trooper, which was kind of like...
I hate the officers. I hate the First Order officers because I hate those helmets. It's like, it looks like it's like inverted or whatever in one spot. I can't stand it. Everything about them, like, I like their weird, like the ones with the weird hats that look like they're Darth Vader, but I can't stand anything else about First Order.
As far as news on the leaks, that's pretty much...
That's about it for right now. It's still confirmed that the May UCS set's going to be the Jango Fett starship, the Slave One, with 2 figures, Jango Fett and Boba Fett. And that's definitely buying that. I'm going to the store buying that. That is one ship I've always wanted. And the price point's like $250. I can't wait for that. I'm probably going to go home. Like, it's probably going to be one of the few sets that I go home and actually build, because usually I put stuff in my backlog, but I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, I might pick it up. I don't usually do or at all UCS sets, but with that price point and the fact that it's the blue slave 1, I might have to grab that. If this is the direction they're going to go with some of the more iconic ships, I might have to start grabbing them. I think they're really good.
I think the only thing I don't care about are the fighters. The fighters and the speeders. I like the ships. That's it. I have 2 AT-ATs, but I have a few UCS sets, but I honestly like the starships are the way to go.
Yeah, it's true. The bigger ones especially, or a certain size scale, even if it's not like 100% like super big scale, you can make it a decent size, get the pieces in there, get the point across, and they look good. And have the potential for those minifigs to come out for for another set or something like that.
Oh, they're gonna release. Don't worry. Jango Fett's gonna be in another set.
He better be.
It's a common thing. They had the Venator was released in what? It was. That was what, August? It wasn't long ago. It was this year, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, it had to be the fall release, and then they had Captain Rex in there, and Captain Rex is in a microfighter. They had the gunship, which had the clone commander, and guess what? He was in
Mace Windu, right?
Yeah, and Mace Windu, and they were both in other sets.
And we got a better Mace Windu in a different set.
Yeah, we had a better... That's a funny bit, is we had a better figure. So, honestly, we're going to get Jango Fett in another set. Probably not Boba Fett. So, this might be the only set we can get Boba Fett in.
Young Boba Fett, yeah.
So, young Boba Fett... I do believe Jango Fett, maybe not arm printed or whatever Jango, but we're gonna get him in another set, maybe another Kaminoan with it.
Hopefully, and I know the big talk around the block right now is that Lego Horizon sets and the game.
Oh yeah.
So you're telling me that Horizon Zero Dawn and the second one had enough fan base not only to get some Lego sets, and not even that, they got the first Lego set. You tell me it's sold that good. They got a video game out of it, and multiple more sets coming out.
I'm gonna look up real quick who makes that video game, because I'm a little concerned because Telltale
they stopped a while ago.
They made Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, and then some. They got heated, and that's why there's no like sequel or thing coming out. But you're saying that Lego Horizon... First of all, I've never played Horizon. I like the concept. It's like, it's robot dinosaurs, which is kind of cool. But...
that was Traveler's Tale, my bad.
Traveler's Tale is the one that made... Yeah, they made all the Lego games back in the day.
This is their last one they said that they were going to make, for whatever reason. Even before the game was even out, they said this was their last game they're making. And that's why we weren't going to get any major updates and stuff like that through the game. And that's what gave us a subpar game where it was kind of like you didn't kind of try Like, it didn't even include half the things that we wanted when the game released.
So, LEGO Horizon Adventures is developed by Guerrilla Games and Studio Gobo in collaboration with the LEGO Group. So, I'm actually curious how this game plays. It's not... I thought, like, when it first came out, I thought it was going to be like a Fortnite add-on. But it's its own game. Like, it's like a $40 game. They have all these advertisements for it. They have another set coming. I'm not going to lie, the LEGO Horizon set that originally came out, I think it looks really cool. It's a very fun build. And now they have a second one. And now they have a video game. And I'm a little like, where did this come from? This came out of such left field that...
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. It didn't appeal to me because, like, one thing I don't like about certain games is that it makes... I hate saying this, but it needs to make some kind of sense. Like, but even though it doesn't, like, a lot of games don't make sense. Like, Star Wars doesn't make sense. But you're telling me we're walking around shooting robot deer, robot dinosaurs with a bow and arrow?
That's the thing. Is
and
like,
I'm like, all right, man, you kind of lost me. Like, one thing to walk around with Space Wizard laser sword. At least you have a laser sword, and there's people and there's robots.
There's one is we're fighting each other in starships in space, and the other is I'm going to use primitive weapons on a robot dinosaur.
Yeah. So that's
and we're not talking about like there's like Velociraptor dinosaurs and like T-Rex dinosaurs, like robots. You're telling me that these things only have the same primitive cognitive function of the thing they're based on?
Yeah.
They're robots. All right, they should have thermal vision, and I'm pretty sure you can sneak around these things in grass.
So it just, for me, I mean, sure, there's lore and all this other stuff like that. Guess what? I'm not interested in it. Maybe I'll pick up that game if I ever get it on sale or something like that. But and I don't know. It's so weird and it's so out of left field. And I'm like, man, you couldn't have made us a better Star Wars game or something.
When I get a chance, I'm gonna watch like the lore behind Horizons. I want to see what actually.
Shoot. You can make me a freaking Lego Ninjago video game, and one that actually goes through the actual show instead of the movie one that we got that made no damn sense because it had lower FPS in the damn movie.
I mean,
sorry, I get on it.
No. I mean, I don't.
Lego games. I like the Lego games. They need to do better. Like the latest Lego Jurassic Park was great.
I'm really like I'm just concerned because I don't know where this game came from. I'm pretty sure if the whole thing with what was it, Blizzard that made Overwatch?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if none of that went over, we would have gotten a Lego Overwatch.
Yeah, well, we did get the sets. We just never got anything else after that.
We didn't get Overwatch 2 sets. We got Overwatch 1.
Yeah, well, we got like early Overwatch 1 sets. We didn't even get like anything past certain. Well, we got the hamster, so that was a little bit into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that failed. Obviously, whatever they were doing and all this backlash and blah 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 was going to happen, whether it happened or not. I mean, Overwatch is already toxic in itself with the community, and it's already on the fall off anyways. I don't care what anybody says.
Basically, I mean, I never see any videos about it anymore, so I just feel like their community is dwindling. It might be strong, but it is not as...
Yeah, I mean, 3 of the same supporters can be strong all day long. Doesn't mean anybody else likes it.
But I'm curious. I want to see how this game plays out, because if it looks good, then we can probably expect other LEGO games to come out, which I'd be more than happy for. But the thing is with the LEGO video games is they've never really gotten it. Like, the idea is you're supposed to build this stuff. Especially like with Star Wars, like the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, it got close. You can have any ship in the galaxy, you could go and fly it up into space and travel to different planets. It got really close. But I feel like it was still missing that aspect of like you can't really do whatever the hell you want.
Yes. I think even with LEGO Fortnite collaboration or even LEGO Worlds, they never truly get the creative aspect of it. It's like what I would want out of a LEGO game now is probably like maybe like a Sims game, like a LEGO simulator game where you can actually build it brick by brick and like how you can do The Sims, you can color your bricks, color your walls, color your characters, make a world out of it, and play in the world, do different things in it. Because I mean, all the games have been adventure games, adventure story games, where you would go through your portals and do your missions and come back to the open world and play around in the open world hub and do your thing. All of them are like that. I mean, no matter what, even the Skywalker Saga is like that. You can go, your open world hub is the capital ships or the planets, right? Even in the Clone Wars game, your hub was the capital ships going between them. So I understand that aspect. That's the charm of them, but I think that formula was only good for the first couple of games. And then now it's okay, we're going to have to just replay the mission on free play again to get the extra mini kit. And I get it. That's the replayability of the game, to collect everything. I know that.
When they did, when these games came out during, the PlayStation era, when you had, LEGO Star Wars 1 and 2, and you saw that they changed. In 1, you could only do the space or the driving missions through story mode, whereas in 2, you can do all this in free mode, which was great. You get to be, you want to be an X-Wing flying through Geonosis, go for it. But, it was very good. They always made something a little better, and I feel that, they've done a very good job. But we're kind of getting away from this, era of, they have to go to a specific hub world or to go to the specific mission. I think, honestly, it should almost, I think LEGO should do their own IP on it, do, a LEGO universe kind of game. You can go to Pirate World, you can go to Cowboy World, you can go to the Knights World, and you go and you do your own story there. You go and do your own mini quest there.
Yeah, you could have an open world game. I mean, that technology and everything is available now these days, especially since Traveler's Tales is not going to be on it. You could do stuff like that. I mean, the closest kind of we get again is going to be LEGO Dimensions a little bit. There's a bunch of hub worlds in there to go do things, but then there's a hub world.
I like LEGO Dimensions because it encouraged you to not only build the toy, but it encouraged you to play in that toy's world.
Yeah.
So you can do, if you can play Batman, you can go and play Back to the Future. You can go and play that. I feel like that was a way for them to test fire small IP games. I really wanted to play the Portal one, but unfortunately I got into LEGO Dimensions after it was already gone.
Yeah.
So
I think the idea of if you could do open world LEGO, and it's almost like you could do it again like a Sims game where you can build everything brick by brick, or you can have it all pre-made, installed. You can download somebody's builds, right, and then throw them onto the map. Because the Lego Fortnite collaboration kind of does that. There's presets you can build. You just got to add the pieces to it, and it'll build it for you, or it'll keep the things going. That's pretty cool. But I think it would be even cooler is if you can design it like the Brick Studio thing online. You can do stuff like that.
I think that
your characters release DLC for certain IPs like Star Wars. Charge $30 for the Star Wars characters, or Lego bricks that they're printed and stuff like that.
I think you should be able to the next thing they should do is the same way they did it with Skywalker Saga. If you buy the set, you get a code so you can use the set. So in order for you to use this particular vehicle in this game, you have to buy the set with that vehicle, and then you can play it in the game.
Like you're saying, you can make it Lego City, make it Lego Pirates, Lego
I'd like a
Lego Nexo Knights. You can bring in all the old IPs. They're all yours. Nobody else owns them. And then you can also add hub worlds or character packs and stuff like that. People would pay for it. People would buy it, especially for Star Wars. People are going to buy Star Wars.
I think the main thing is that we should be able to make not only the sets that are currently out, or the prefab sets there, but you should be able to make without restriction the sets that you can.
Yeah.
I think because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would like to make their own version of the X-Wing, or they would like to make a larger capital ship or something, or they'd like to make a pirate ship or a car that can fly or something.
They give them the ability, like in the Lego Avengers games and Marvel superheroes games, you can always go from the helicarrier to the ground.
I feel that was.
You can just jump down and go to it, or go back up to it eventually when you fly up as Iron Man.
Yeah.
So it's you do stuff like that. What if you built the helicarrier in this IP or in this game? You built your own version of it, and then you can fly it around. Go halfway across the world and go to a different island, and there's Pirates Bay, Barracuda Bay, or there.
I think it'd be kind of cool is if they had an MMO where you can actually build parts of a city. Mm-hmm. So you're instructed to build this section of a city or whatever. You build this building and all that, and then when you a year later you come in and you see this whole city that's built purely by players, like virtually and all that. And I think that would
Almost
actually
like Minecraft in a sense. You could do it like Minecraft, where a lot
You
of
could
players
do it
build
like
everything, and a lot of those worlds that people do build their own servers. People build cities. I mean, there's 1-to-1 scale freaking Earth on there for crying out loud. So you could do a lot of stuff like that, and I would like Lego to step more in that direction, be more creative. We don't have. I think your audience too, who wants these games, isn't just little kids anymore. Your audience who actually is buying a game, just like your sets, is people with money, the adults who want to see something a little bit better. And when it comes to games, man, you can also do a kiddie game. You can also do a better game for adults.
I mean, we're not talking like there's not going to be like adult themes in these games.
Yeah, like, well, if I want a Lego strip club, I'm gonna make a Lego strip club.
I mean,
I want a racketeering. Let me run racketeering.
I want a Lego Mafia game. Just go around. Hey, Captain Ahab, you owe me 30,000 studs.
And then Lloyd shows up with the freaking cops and freaking hits you with spinjitzu.
Yeah. You get all this weird. It's like, in a sense, we were just talking about this, and like, you can have a game like Fortnite where all the IPs just collide on each other for no reason. So you can have like Clutch Powers come in out of left field, and then Johnny Thunder comes out of nowhere and just like beats the hell out of you. And then, oh no, Lego Atlantis is attacking. That theme has been dead forever.
Lego Atlantis is attacking. Oh no, the guy fell in Lego City River again.
See, that would be funny if there was actually like a side mission. A man has fallen into Lego City. How are you going to save him? Are you going to build the helicopter?
Freaking drop a freaking bomb from a TIE bomber on him.
Yeah. That'd be kind of fun. I'd like this. I'd like to see a more creative game about that.
It's true. I agree.
All right. I think that's a good place to end it off.
I think so too. I mean, we got pretty much all the news out of the way, and there's nothing really else going on. It's the holiday times. Everybody's busy, but hopefully everybody gets what they want for Christmas or coming around. If you want a Lego set, hopefully you get a Lego set, man. But pay attention to those deals out there. The Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and just clearance.
Oh yeah, Cyber Monday's coming. We got to get that. I got to get on that. But yeah, keep an eye out. January 1st is when those sets come out. Keep an eye out for the ARC 170. Can't wait till that we get images of it. Mm-hmm. So until next time,
you know how it is. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.